Lebanon's capital Beirut woke up to a smoke-filled skyline on Saturday morning, after a series of Israeli air raids pummeled the city overnight. Reuters witnesses heard more than 20 airstrikes before dawn on Saturday. Abandoning their homes in the southern suburbs, thousands of Lebanese congregated in squares, parks, and sidewalks in downtown Beirut and seaside areas. The series of strikes are by far the most powerful by Israel on Beirut during nearly a year of war with Hezbollah. It marked a sharp escalation of a conflict that has involved daily missile and rocket fire between the two sides. Later on, Israeli forces claimed that they had killed Lebanon's Hezbollah chief Syed Hassan Nasrallah, the military's Arabic-speaking spokesperson Adri said on Saturday. Al Jazeera TV reported that Hezbollah had confirmed the killing of their commander, who led the militant group for 32 years. The Israeli military eliminated Hassan Nasrallah, leader of the Hezbollah terrorist organization, Adri wrote in a statement on X. On this channel DRM News, we have made a detailed profile on the life of Hassan Nasrallah. You can watch that now. Earlier on Friday night, Hezbollah escalated its attacks, launching multiple rocket barrages at Israeli towns. Videos showed rockets being intercepted over the northern Israeli town of Safed and the city of Haifa. The Israeli army reported that 65 projectiles were detected crossing from Lebanon into northern Israel. According to Israeli paramedics, one rocket damaged a house, but no casualties were reported. Hezbollah said late on Friday that it had fired a salvo of rockets on the city of Safed in Israel, its first announced attack since Israeli strikes hit the southern suburbs of Beirut hours earlier. The Israeli military said on Friday that it would strike areas of southern Beirut and called upon civilians to leave those areas.
As part of the extensive aerial operation to degrade Hezbollah's terrorist infrastructure and capabilities, we are preparing to conduct strikes on strategic assets that Hezbollah has hidden underground beneath 3 buildings in the heart of the Dakhia in Beirut. Over the years, Hezbollah has developed an anti-ship missile arsenal supplied by Iran. In the heart of the Dakhia in Beirut, Hezbollah constructed 3 buildings with designated underground spaces for storing strategic weapons, with the buildings above acting as a shield. Here you can see one of the buildings in the heart of the Dakhia. When entering and descending to the parking level, there is a storage facility for strategic weapons. Hezbollah has stored these strategic weapons beneath civilian populations. The way the missiles are stored in these buildings allows them to be moved and launched outside of the buildings within minutes.
As Israel stroked Beirut's southern suburbs, displaced people filled Beirut's central Martyrs Square in the early hours of Saturday. In a collective response, the Arab countries including Jordan, Saudi Arabia, and Egypt slammed Israel at the United Nations Security Council on Friday.
إسرائيل غزة وتفجر الضفة الغربية وتستبيح لبنان وتدفع المنطقة نحو حرب شاملة لأن العالم سمح لها بذلك.
السيد الرئيس أشكركم على عقد من الجزائر. السيد الرئيس ستستمر مصر في العمل بلا كلل لوقف الحرب ولضمان النفاذ الكامل والآمن والمستدام للمساعدات
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
تؤكد المملكة على تمسكها بإقامة الدولة الفلسطينية المستقلة على أساس حدود عام 1967 وعاصمتها القدس الشرقية، استجابة لحق الفلسطينيين الأصيل في تقرير المصير. شكرا سيد الرئيس.
UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres urgently called for an immediate ceasefire.
We need this ceasefire now. We cannot afford endless negotiations as we have on Gaza.
Australian Foreign Minister Penny Wong warned the United Nations on Friday that
Lebanon cannot become the next Gaza. War has rules. Every country in this room must abide by them, even when confronting terrorists, even when defending borders. Israel must comply with the binding orders of the International Court of Justice, including to enable the provision of basic services and humanitarian assistance at scale.